to be here this evening, friends and ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. I really only wish it could have been in better times. Nevertheless, I am pleased that you are here this evening to join me in welcoming our dear guest, friend, our honorable guest tonight, the very Reverend Dr. Monda Ishaq, my very dear friend, the Reverend Pastor of the Lutheran Church in Bethlehem. Reverend Ishaq is one of the pillars of the Palestinian Christian community and a leading light for many of us. So we are honored to have him here with us this evening. Friends, we wanted to be here at this historical venue, not only because it is fitting for our guest. Not sure how Baptists and Lutherans get along. Do you? But because of the esteemed history of the Bloomsbury Baptist Church, Dr. Simon Woodman, for over 170 years, this church has played an important role in serving its community and in supporting all those that are marginalized, dispossessed, and fighting for their rights. As early as 1850s, this church took a strong stand against those that practiced or condoned slavery. It provided essential public services for women and children from families facing economic hardship. Please join me in thanking Reverend Dr. Simon Woodman and this church. Also join me in thanking the brilliant, energetic, inspiring team of the Palestine Mission to the UK who have organized tonight's meeting. And in 1961, the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King delivered his first London sermon from this very venue, from this very podium. Dr. King is of course known for his leadership and tireless commitment to the civil rights movements in the US. His hope, fueled by an unwavering conviction for justice and equality. If you can't fly, then run, he said. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. And though we are living in the darkest of days, though we are witnessing an ongoing genocide against our people, the Palestinian people, and though Israel is entering its endgame with clear intention to push people out of Gaza, out of Palestine, in a bloodier repeat of the 1948 Nakba. It is King's words of hope that should nurture us all. We will fly, we will run, or crawl, so long as it takes to liberate Palestine and liberate our people. We will do so until justice is served, until we, the Palestinian people, are treated equally to all other peoples in this world. Until we can raise our children in safety and peace, and with freedom and dignity, without an occupation choking our existence. So my friends, we are in the 5th month of the bombardment of Gaza. 100,000 people have been killed. Innocent people have been killed, maimed or injured, trapped under the rubble or missing, the vast majority of whom are children and women. What is happening is truly unconscionable, unimaginable It is ethnic cleansing, mass expulsion, mass starvation, mass disease. It is genocide. That is, and that in this day and age, until this day and age, this level of carnage could be normalized, and the international community looks on. Failing to act and doing nothing to stop the bloodshed. They say that the future is our children. Israel killed 12,000 Palestinian children in less than 130 days. Unprecedented. That's more than any comparable period in modern history. More than 17,000 Palestinian children are orphaned, and parents resorting to writing the names of their children on their bodies so they can be identified if and when they are killed. Indeed, it was not an overt statement when the UN Secretary General said at the outset of this that Gaza has turned into a graveyard of children. So my friends, the scale of the killings and destruction is unprecedented in modern history, in every sense, in every count. Israel has killed most doctors and medical staff, most UN aid workers, most journalists in human history. And now, we are seeing Israel preparing for another push into Rafah, the city of my birth. I'm a very proud Rafahian, where conditions are already horrific. 1.4 million sleeping in makeshift tents, with nowhere left to go, in the cold, with no water, no food, no medicine, and still being bombed. And the response of the international community? Words, statements of sympathy, empty, hollow words. And those words are not enough. Words are not enough. We are past the time for mere condemnations and concern. It is time for states to act in accordance with their own laws, their own obligations, their own responsibilities, in accordance with responsibilities under international law and obligations under international law. If not for any moral convictions they may have, South Africa has shown how states should behave. And please give an applause to South Africa. Utilizing the tools and instruments of the international rules-based order, a system that we all agreed on after the horrors of the Second World War. All of us said never again, but the never again was meant for all of us, not some of us, not the few, but every one of us. Never again, we said, and yet here we are again. How much more blood must be shed before these communities and these countries and these governments take any action and hold Israel to account? Last month, the highest court in the world, the ICJ, the International Court of Justice, officially put Israel on trial for genocide. We should not have a discussion after that. This is the highest court, saying that there is substantial evidence, plausible evidence, of Israel committing the crime of all crimes, which is genocide. And now Israel is officially on trial for genocide. It is the responsibility of every state, including the United Kingdom, to support the ICJ in investigating and holding Israel to account for its crimes. It is the responsibility of every state to stop arming Israel and implicating themselves in Israel's genocidal campaign. This is the law, by the way. And the ruling of the ICJ is very clear. It does implicate third parties that are complicit. pursue this. It is the responsibility of every state to listen and take note when over 70% of its citizens, the British people, are calling for a ceasefire from the second week of their revolution. More than 70%. So not only it's anti-domestic law, not only it's anti-international law, it's anti-democratic. So friends, earlier today we attended a peaceful rally for Palestine and for peace. It is heartening to see that while the leaders are failing us, the people and the public conscience, our collective humanity, is so alive and kicking and outpouring and inspiring. In these challenging times, it is important that we hold on to this solidarity and continue to give each other hope for a better future and a better world. And with that, allow me to welcome my very dear friend, Reverend Dr. Mondar Ishaq.